you get when you combine intentional content teaching, experiential learning, and authentic service to your community?
We have roughly 42,000 students in our district and 2,800 plus teachers.
We're in a huge testing arena with teachers, so they're very concerned about their students testing well. Well, service learning is beginning to show that it actually improves that.
Incorporating key principles, Dr. Verna Price seeks to empower students through greater student engagement, creating academic relevancy, integrating multiple intelligences, using project-based learning, exercising experiential education, and increasing internal locus of control. Interested teachers in the Anoka Hennepin School District attended a 2-day workshop facilitated by Dr. Verna Price and the Department of Student Services. The all-day workshop was attended by elementary and secondary teachers interested in 1. Providing students opportunities to connect with peers, and 2. Promoting discussion and engagement with the community through partnership and collaboration.
The class gave me a pretty solid foundation for what I would need to do to implement it in my classroom. And I mean, that's all I look at it as is a tool, and it's been a great tool so far this year.
For Anoka Hennepin School District, the program comes through our Students Services Department. The administrative support is really big.
The most successful service learning programs are those programs that integrate the concepts within the core curriculum.
All the indicators say grades increase, behavior issues decrease, so it's all kind of connected to the academic achievement piece.
You're implementing into what you're already doing in your classroom, into your core curriculum. So then you're integrating the experiential learning aspect, or you're increasing the student's internal locus of control, getting them more motivated about learning.
It's kind of like doing a science project. When you're actually participating in a science project, it isn't just a science project anymore, it's part of your experience, and it engages them in the learning process.
We've just started educating the class and how it applies to the curriculum that we're doing. So right now we're learning about plants and animal cells and science. So as we're learning about the plants and animal cells and science, we're talking about how that will connect to the garden that we'll make in the spring.
We have to know the math where we're going to dig in. How many flowers we can fit in there, how long the path can be if we have one.
The type of curriculum that it lends itself to service learning fairly easily.
The Service Learning Initiative provides grant opportunities for teachers who are willing to implement it into their curriculum. Teachers are required to attend a service learning training prior to applying for an implementation grant.
We provided them with mini grants to be able to do their service learning work.
We have written letters to local businesses.
We're writing letters to businesses that can help us get the materials.
Real-life service learning is an empowering curriculum application that educates, strengthens community, and increases student achievement. The National Dropout Prevention Network considers service learning to be an effective dropout and achievement gap strategy that builds resiliency in all students.
For dropouts, service learning allows students to feel what success feels like. And once you've had a taste of that, you're going to continue to strive for that.
Service learning fits well with safe and drug-free school initiatives that fulfill some of the Minnesota statutes for school safety and school involvement.
Research experts in the fields of cognitive psychology, neuroscience, social psychology, sociocultural theory, and multicultural education agree that the following components are critical for student success: relevancy, authentic application, experiential learning, and leadership are key factors in engaging students in the process of learning.
The lessons are within what they're doing. Right now they're learning all about leadership because of the nature of where our kids come from, being expelled students.
I like working as a group because when you don't know something, you have somebody else that knows it, you can get help like that.
We met new people and I learned some of their stories.
While you're doing that, you're learning the skills that can be transferred to other areas. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's like your kids are learning without even knowing they're learning, because they've told themselves that I don't like to learn or I don't like to read. But they read all the time. They learn all the time. It's just not what we necessarily want them to learn in the classroom.
The community loves working with students and schools, and for us to ask them for the support, is just a win-win.
More than anything, I think it's a good way for them to work together as a group and involve the community as a project where they're actually teaching other people to do something, give back to the community, do something good.
They're going to have the opportunity to show the community that kids can really make a difference. I think that's what I hear most from them, is that this is their chance to show people that we care about our school and that we care about our community.
It'll influence them, the younger kids, to get involved in community activity.
The idea comes from the kids. They decide what the need is in the community, and they decide what to do about that need.
You gotta reach out to your friends, community.
I see my role more as a facilitator.
It's a lot easier to get the kids engaged. I mean, there's no question you're doing real life activities where they see some real relevance to what they're doing in life, and it's not difficult for me to keep their attention.
Service learning provides authentic opportunities for all students to be actively engaged in the learning process, where their experiences with race, language, or income can be assets, not deficits.
You should see these students participate in more leadership organizations. I mean, so this is when you have students join clubs and activities, because they know that their hard work is going to lead to some type of outcome. They're going to participate in things, and so you're going to start seeing the gap between different racial and income groups. That should also decrease in terms of extracurricular participation.
Service learning, of course, has really been a way to kind of connect those students with the other students, with the majority students, as a way to kind of pull them together and say, here's what we can do about our community now.
At first we assigned ourselves to a bunch of different things, like certain people were going to work on one thing, other people were going to work on another thing, but then we got a smaller group, so we all started working on each other's project and helping each other out.
I play sports and stuff, so I'm usually with a team, so I kind of understand have to understand what people can't do and can do, and try to fill in. If I know something about it, I try to fill in. So as a group, you have to depend on each other.
When you combine intentional content teaching, experiential learning, and community strength building, you get service learning, an empowering curriculum application that educates, strengthens community, and increases student achievement.
We're seeing achievement jump off the charts because of this initiative, and it's going to be very difficult to not expand the program in some way, and that's what we're hoping for.
We've done a phenomenal job of reaching out to the community and figuring out what we need, as a group of people, and not necessarily what they want, and what they have a little bit more empathy and understanding of what's going on around them.
What I hope it's doing, and what I've seen in a couple kids, is empowering them, showing them that they can, regardless of their situation, regardless of their age, and they can do what needs to be done and make a change, as small or as big as they want to.
We're trying to let people know that children can make a difference in the world too.